what is your tactical analysis of what Chris seems to be saying is very much it's going to be a very similar system to how we ended the season, almost the Europa League run. However, there might be obviously some changes that Frank will make. I think the way we didn't really play out from the back as much. I think it was probably he's come into a slightly more adapted version of Ange than what he would have done if he came in, say, last year.
Yeah, I'm going to echo a lot of what Chris says. I haven't got too much to add. I think the main thing I want to echo is the ability to flip between different systems. This is like something that I think Brentford are great for, like being able to go one game like a low block counter-attacking and another being able to bait the press and like play out from the back. And I think that is going to be the biggest change for Tottenham, because I know you guys said like you finished the Europa League campaign being a bit more adaptable, but I would say like there was good improvement. But even in the Europa League final, like I think a better team than Manchester United would have created a lot more chances, and Manchester United were just horrendous. Cannot echo that enough. So I think what's going to be maybe a bit of a shock to the players is after Ange Postecoglou's my way or the highway for quite often, not saying he didn't have a plan B, but he very clearly had a philosophy that he wanted to stick to. Frank is probably going to want his team to learn a few different ways of playing, and what Chris is saying, being able to change to different strategies within games. And that like one of the points as well is like one sub completely changing the formation, like potentially bringing on a centre back to play at left back and going more of a back three, and like a winger dropping into play as a wing back, for example, right? So it is having to get used to that adaptability and that flexibility. And like you said, like there is a chance of over adapting here against certain teams, but I do think like this is going to be something Frank wants. I think it suits Tottenham as well, because you want to be able to dominate weaker teams, but against the likes of like Arsenal, for example, or Man City, you want to have that different approach in your locker.
Oh yeah, 100%. And actually, within the fan base, quite a lot of fans think that we are probably better suited to a Frank system of five at the back, because we have Dragusin, who is not a ball playing centre back at all. So the kind of outlook that people have is that Dragusin would definitely be a central centre back in a back three. Van der Ven has definitely the legs to be able to be a left centre back, to be able to get out wide if the fullback's too far up the pitch. Udogie and Porro are better wing backs than they are fullbacks, probably, for both of them. So a lot, and also, despite the fact Spurs have about 550 wingers, we don't have any that you kind of go, they're actually star players. They're like, they need to be in the team. So actually, you could potentially lose wingers, become more like tens, and therefore you've got the wing backs providing the width sort of thing. So I don't think a lot of Spurs fans are actually against the five at the back. I think that the flexibility in terms of being able to swap between a few systems is going to work out well. My concern, as I said, I think it's just if he just goes a bit too crazy